Hi, welcome to Horticulture and Homes. Today I'm making some laundry detergent, and there's a lot of videos out there on the liquid detergent, but I'm not going to make the liquid detergent today. I'm making a dry mix. I have soft water, so I can get away with a powder mix. If you have hard water, you'll want to make the liquid, and there's lots of videos out there on how to make the liquid detergent. And that's one that I make for my daughter to use, because where she's at, she has hard water. But for the dry, I just use an old 1-gallon jar, and I make two different types. I make some with this Fels Naphtha soap, and I make some with the Zote soap. So this is a milder soap for my husband's work clothes and our gardening clothes and that kind of stuff. I use this, and if I need something for more delicate things or dark clothes that aren't really dirty, I'll use the Zote soap. It's really inexpensive, and I usually make a double batch at a time. A double or triple batch will last me a whole year. And all it is if I'm making the Fels Naphtha, this is a 5.5 ounce bar of soap, and I'll grate that soap. And with the Zote soap, this one's a double bar, it's 14.1 ounces. This is already a double batch. When I make a double batch with the Fels Naphtha, I'll use 2 of these bars. So I grate that soap down, and for each single batch, I add a cup of superwashing soda and a cup of borax. And that's it. Mix that together well, and then you use 1 to 2 tablespoons per batch of laundry that you're doing. And I'm using a high efficiency washer, and I only need 1.5 tablespoons usually when I'm doing a load. Okay, now when I buy my soap now locally, I can get the Fels Naphtha soap. I can get this at my local Walmart. The Zote soap is, and this is made, I think this is, the company is in Arizona, but I can find this, across east of the Mississippi. The Zote soap is harder to find east of the Mississippi, and this I get from my Amish store when I go there. So you may have to, I know you can order it online. This is a product from Mexico, but it's available too. Now when I store it, I have 2 large plastic containers that I store my my soap in. One, it keeps it from drying out, so that I can keep plenty on hand. And I don't mix my Zote and my Fels Naphtha in the same container. I keep those separate because the Fels Naphtha has a lot of fragrance to it, and I don't want those scents to mix together. It doesn't smell as good as the Zote soap. Now, if you don't like the smell of the Fels Naphtha, you can always add just a drop or 2 of like a lavender scented essential oil or something like that, if you want to change the fragrance a little bit. But I take my microplane, and I just grate my soap on that. You can see how that comes out, and then I'll add, this is 2 bars of soap, so I'll add 2 cups of borax and 2 cups of superwashing soda, mix that together. And if I really feel like it, I'll pop this into my my food processor and mix it up even finer. But with the microplane, this is such a fine mix that I really don't need to do that. But if you're grating with a regular grater, you want to grate your soap down and then put it in the food processor and get it into a fine consistency like that. You want your soap and your borax and washing soda to all be about the same size granule. So that's all it is. It's easy to do, it's inexpensive, and it works really well for me. Now, I have tried this also with a little bit of adding also 1 cup to the 1 cup of washing soda and borax. I've made it using the 1 cup of like OxyClean to the mix too. And I don't really think that's needed. I think you're better off adding your OxyClean to your load of laundry as you normally would, separate and apart from this. But if you want to add it, go ahead. I don't think it's enough in there to make a difference. I think you need to add that separate. All right, here I've added my super washing soda already to my mix, and then I have my borax here. Now my borax has a few clumps in it, and I can break those up with my hand. But if you have it where it does have a lot of lumps, you can run it through the food processor, and that'll take care of that problem. No big deal. Now the super washing soda, the boxes look like this for a number of years now. The borax, if you find it, this is what it used to look like for years and years. I've just emptied this one up, and the new packaging looks like this, so this is what you're going to be looking for in your store. Now for years my daughter was the one in charge of doing most all of the laundry, and she says she likes the Fels naphtha. She likes the smell of it, and she thinks it does a better job at washing than traditional laundry detergent. I'm not as wild about the smell of it, but I don't mind it. And it's a much lighter fragrance once your clothes are washed in this. But like I said, you could use a few drops of essential oil to change the fragrance a little bit. And the amount that you use is the same whether or not you're using a high efficiency machine or a traditional top loading washer. And anytime I have to wash something out in a pan to get it, if I'm trying to get a stubborn stain out, I'll use some of this along with my pre-treater or whatever I'm using to loosen that stain up. I add this and a nice scoop of OxiClean to that water when I'm soaking things, and that helps a lot. OxiClean helps whatever you're working with, any kind of detergent, it just helps that work better, I think. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's about a half gallon. Like I said, that'll last me almost a year. And the soap, the Fels naphtha soap, is a little over $1 a bar, and the washing soda and borax, I think those are like $2 something a box, something along those lines. So and it lasts a long time. So if you have soft water, go ahead and give that a shot. If you have hard water, then I would go ahead and keep using the liquid if you're using it. A lot of people like that a lot, and like I said, that's what my daughter uses where she's at. But this is a little bit simpler, and I don't have to shake the liquid soap, because the liquid, it's kind of thick and clumpy, and you have to shake it up really good before you use it each time. So I kind of bypass that and use the dry mix instead. So I hope that was helpful.